After completing this wall work, the wall layout, now I'm going to show you how we can place door and window. Uh, Window already we have seen, so quickly we'll just go for that. So remember, this time any one window you can place as per your choice, and then you can copy that and little bit modify that. See, for example, we are representing right now the window only for its basic presentation, just that is two horizontal lines in between and then outer wall contours. So that's the only simple presentation which we are supposed to do. So what I'm going to do over here, say for example, now the line which I want to draw, which is the elevational line for the wall. Okay, so uncut portion of the wall in the plan. So let's try to select some simple pen number, like, okay, I'll choose this 0.13, slightly orange color. I'm just going to draw this and this one also. Now, either if I copy this, for example, if I say Control Shift and B, and say altogether, if you, now this entire wall thickness was 230, out of that say 50 mm you want to reserve for the window presentation, then the remaining you can distribute as per your need. I will try to put this in a such a way that from the inside I will just exactly drag my mouse vertically, and I'll say that will be 100 millimeters, and then I'm going to copy this line again for one more time, say by 50 millimeters. So that will be altogether my presentation. So now you just check out these two lines. They are not supposed to be get printed with the same line weight as for the wall elevation lines or the uncut wall lines. So I have selected them, and then I'm just going to group them. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to change their pen number, maybe 0.2, blue color, so nearer to blue shade. Fine. So this is how my that window presentation is supposed to be. Uh, this 50 millimeter, it's good enough distance if I'm going to print this for 1:50 scale. Remember, all these things you just have to keep in your mind when you're talking about some two-dimensional drafting elements and you're going to print them, how the appearance of that and all those stuff. So anyway, if in case you want to increase that, you can, but I found this is quite okay for my current presentation. And then this four objects, I can just copy them. But before copying, I'm just going to group it. So Control G I have pressed, and you can see that group has been created. Okay. So now I can put Control Shift D, that is drag a copy, and I'm going to just keep on copying this. Again, I can put Control Shift D. You can actually use multiple copy also. You can see that the typical presentation for the window I have completed on this end. Now how about to take it further? I can just single click, because it's a group and my suspend group is not on. Remember, this suspend group is not on. That's the reason single click and I can select the group. And now I can put again Control Shift D, that is drag a copy from base point to end point, that is a new location. Now this particular window presentation, the four line, I would like to adjust them up to this periphery or this edge, you can say. So how to do that? Now remember, if you try to do it right now with the adjust tool, it's not possible. The reason is your suspend group is not on. So it's a mandatory that after selecting the targeted object, make sure the suspend group is on. Okay, either you can press Alt G and toggle that mode, and then you can go for the adjust, and then as per the prompt says that click an arc and draw a line to adjust. So arc or line you have to show, or you can draw that segment. So I'm just going to click with the Mercedes cursor. Don't use check mark, because if you use check mark, then the that second option starts, draw line to edges. So I'm not willing to draw any imaginary segment. I just want to go and complete this with the Mercedes cursor. So this is how I'm going to complete this. Fine. So now further, if you want to copy the same thing on others end, for example, it is available on this side also, here also it is there, and there one more on this side. So altogether I want to copy them for a couple of times. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to off this suspend group again. I'm going to use Control D, and then it depends. If you want, you can use multiple copy, but then you have to be careful, because say for example, if I put Alt and Control together, it will give me plus plus. And then what I'll do, I'll just try to use a pick point, and then I'm going to pick over here. Though the orientation is not correct, let it be. Later you can rotate this, and then onward from here I'm going to place it over here. See, my base point was appropriate, that's the reason. If you check, my base point I have taken on the outer face. So the same thing I can repeat. Only problem is what? That if I repeat that in the same manner, maybe the distance, because the window is not uniformly placed with the same offset on both the sides. You check out, the outer offset is smaller than the inner offset. So then probably you just have to be careful if you just copy this way, or otherwise best way I'll just copy it outside right now, and then I can mirror it. So such things you have to be little bit careful about, right, to understand this option. So here also I'll copy this, right? But now again remember, like if I copy it over here, it is better instead of this, because with the rotate I can turn it and take it on the right location. So once I have completed, you can either give a single escape, so the thing will get this copy mode will get terminated, and then again one more escape, because I don't want to edit them all them. It's not possible also to edit all of them in one go. Now one at a time. For example, this again, because the suspend group is off, single click. Now Control E for the rotate, and then this is how I'm going to complete this. Okay, so you remember now. What is the problem? Of course, the problem is inner and outer offset. So now, what will be the remedy? Remedy is like Control M for the mirror and Control D for the drag. So this is what I have to keep on doing. So this is what you should remember, what exactly you're trying to achieve. So this time, this will be simple, Control M, because that's the easiest option. Okay, and then for this, now all these commands we have already worked, so I'm just trying to keep a speed. Here I'm going to again put Control E for the rotate. You can even use the context menu, and you can go inside the move, and you can say that it will be rotate. So that depends on your liking, but hotkeys are much better and faster. Now how to trim this? Obviously you can again use the adjust concept, no worries, but you have to first of all make sure that suspend group is on. And then you can definitely click on the adjust, and with the Mercedes cursor just show this line segment so that things will get adjusted. So I hope you have understood this much of part related to window presentation. Now if you want to compare about the line weight logic which you want to see, you can definitely go and try to on that from the pull down menu, view online on screen options, and from here you can say true line weight. Now you can see how the line weights are getting considered for these presentation which you are talking about, right? So again I'll just try to switch off this, and it's always on screen option. That means it's not going to make any difference whether it's on or off at the time of printing. The true line weights will be as it is printed if you demand for that. Okay,